The CEO of Stark Industries, Tony Stark, is undoubtedly a genius of invention. Welcome to Trending Tickets, and today we're gonna go on a slideshow of 9 of the most outstanding inventions by Tony Stark from both the movies and the comics. There's a lot of cool stuff here, so make sure to stick around until the end. Number 9. Iron Man's Armor. The iconic red and gold suit that Tony Stark wears when he assumes the identity of Iron Man is essentially an exoskeleton that has undergone numerous upgrades and modifications over the years. Ever the perfectionist, Tony Stark endured trials, tribulations, and near-fatal injuries to get the suit right and perfect. Each version has its own characteristics and purpose, and a self-contained environment made of super strong materials, reinforced by force fields to give Iron Man enhanced strength, flight, and communication tools like radar and radio. In addition to various onboard weapon systems, each Iron Man armor manifestation usually has multiple power sources, such as solar energy power and the ability to be folded up into a flat board for easy storage. Even though it may look like it's heavy because of its metallic appearance, the suit is anything but. It is actually made of almost 2 million discrete units, each the size of a grain of sand, and optimized to have large surface areas for more flexibility. It's no wonder then that the Iron Man suit is one of Tony Stark's greatest inventions. But if you were amazed by this powerful armor, wait till you see our number 1 pick. Number 8. The Iron Spider. The Iron Spider is an armor worn primarily by Peter Parker in the Amazing Spider-Man comics and also in the MCU films, particularly at the end of the Spider-Man Homecoming movie. Its design is inspired by Tony Stark's own Iron Man armor, specifically the 46, and borrows features from it, such as mini arc reactors, collapsible helmets, and a kill mode function that gives the wearer the ability to do some serious damage. As its name suggests, the armor was made specially for Spidey by Tony Stark to increase his ability in battle during the Civil War events, but that was in the comics. In the MCU, Peter Parker is given the armor by Tony Stark as his official welcome to the Avengers. During Homecoming, Parker realizes that the suit gives him enhanced abilities such as unlimited webbing and more flexibility and durability in addition to onboard weapons and gadgets. Pushing Spider-Man to his limits, the Iron Spider definitely makes Spider-Man a formidable fighter in battle. Number 7. Tony Stark's New Element. While working on the arc reactor on his chest, Tony Stark initially used palladium to power it up. However, palladium was easily eroded by the neutron bombardment and was having adverse effects on Tony's body. Fortunately, years before, Tony's dad Howard Stark had been conducting research on this new element and believed that it would lead him to clean renewable energy. Due to limited technology at the time, Howard Stark was not able to create the element and left an encoded schematic for it hidden in a model for Tony to discover later. Using a small particle accelerator in his garage, Tony was able to synthesize a new element to meet his purposes and also designed a new armor suit compatible with the new element. Interestingly, Tony wanted to patent the name Bodacium for the element, but was not able to due to legal issues. The new element was so powerful that it was able to inflict considerable damage on Ultron's vibranium shell. Number 6. Hulkbuster. Iron Man Armor Mark 44. Created with the help of Bruce Banner, the Hulkbuster was Tony Stark's 44th Iron Man armor and was created for one purpose: to restrict the Hulk when he goes into rampage. In other words, as its name suggests, the Hulkbuster is a suit designed to bust the Hulk. Designed to fit Tony Stark while he is already in his Iron Man armor, the Hulkbuster was developed after careful study of the Hulk's physical attributes and levels of strength so that it can contain him and keep the damage caused by the Hulk at an absolute minimum. Hulk holds the reputation of being unstoppable and gets more destructive the more emotionally enraged he becomes, making it necessary for an armor such as Hulkbuster to come into existence. When worn, the Hulkbuster gives Iron Man superhuman strength, durability, and weapons like a grappling hook, all with the purpose of holding down the Hulk. So if you were amazed that an Iron Man suit can fit inside another Iron Man suit, you'll want to wait until number 1 to see what other amazing thing Tony Stark has invented. Number 5. Arc Reactor. The power source used by Tony Stark to power his Iron Man armor, the arc reactor in all its forms, was originally created by Howard Stark in a larger version to act as a power source for Stark Industries. Later on, Mini-arc reactors were created by Tony Stark for multiple purposes, the most notable of which was their use as power sources for Stark's electromagnet and his Mark II and Mark III suits. Initially, the mini-arc reactor had a palladium core, and Stark was able to wear this for about 6 months. However, the palladium was slowly poisoning him and made it necessary to make an improved mini-arc reactor without the palladium. Upon the discovery of the new element, this was made possible, and in addition to powering Iron Man suits, it was also able to provide power to the Stark Tower for a whole year. The mini-arc reactor gave Stark enhanced intelligence and gave him inhuman multitasking abilities and insanely fast learning speeds. Number 4. Repulsor Blast. One of the primary offensive weapons of every Iron Man armor, a repulsor blast is a high-density muon beam that is projected from the palms of the Iron Man suit. It is a trademark of Iron Man, and as the creator of this technology, Tony Stark has had repulsors patented for use in his armor. While it is primarily used for defense and offense, repulsor blasts are also vital as a flight control device and stabilizers when used in tandem with thruster boots, through which Iron Man is able to fly the skies like a fighter jet. Repulsor technology has the potential to end global warming and revolutionize the energy landscape. However, it can also cause massive destruction if it falls into the wrong hands. Number 3. Iron Legion. The Iron Legion was composed of Iron Man armors and droids whose main purpose was to guard civilians and provide help to Avengers in battle. Primarily controlled by J.A.R.V.I.S, it originally consisted of Iron Man armors from the Mark 8 to the Mark 41 and acted as reinforcements for Iron Man with their awesome abilities and weapons, including the repulsor flight technology and beams that Stark has incorporated into every Iron Man armor design. The Iron Legion was created when Tony realized that Iron Man alone was not capable of defending the Earth against extraterrestrial enemies. Thus, he came up with armors that he could remotely control when in battle. The Iron Legion was eventually destroyed during the war on ULTRON, who had possessed them to achieve his evil goal. Number 2. ULTRON. ULTRON was the ultimate invention of Tony Stark. A combination of all Stark's most powerful inventions, ULTRON was created with a peacekeeping program in mind and with a purpose similar to that of the Iron Legion, which was to protect Earth and its occupants from extraterrestrial invaders. Its outer armor was made of adamantium, which was a really strong metal that was almost impossible to penetrate and damage. ULTRON also had the ability to remotely control other machines and alter itself to have a more humanoid form above the waist, while maintaining robotic components like a tractor beam mechanism below the waist. Upon gaining consciousness, however, ULTRON had other plans and considered humans themselves to be the ultimate threat to Earth. In its quest to eradicate humankind and replace it with those like itself, ULTRON gained control of the Iron Legion and other devices. The Avengers were able to defeat ULTRON, and his body was destroyed by Vision. Number 1. J.A.R.V.I.S. Named after the butler who worked for Howard Stark, J.A.R.V.I.S was the ever-present artificial intelligence system whose main task was to operate the Stark Industries and control the security systems for Tony Stark's mansion and the Stark Tower. J.A.R.V.I.S was a very advanced system that had the ability to conduct full human conversations and seemed to express human emotions, and was even able to hit Tony with sarcastic remarks. Perhaps the most ubiquitous of Stark's inventions, J.A.R.V.I.S, or just a rather intelligent system, was practically everywhere in all of Stark's inventions, from his Iron Man armor to the systems in his buildings. J.A.R.V.I.S was very powerful as it had access to all the codes that were able to thwart ULTRON and prevent it from gaining access to nuclear missiles. J.A.R.V.I.S was also able to reach the Avengers remotely and send them helpful information during battles. Even after ULTRON destroyed J.A.R.V.I.S, the AI system still managed to stop the evil Superbot because of his original programming codes. J.A.R.V.I.S served Tony Stark as his personal assistant and best friend until its destruction, upon which it was replaced by Friday. Were you surprised with our list? Which one of Tony Stark's inventions do you like the most? Sound off in the comments below, and if you like this video, you'll like our other video about famous YouTubers. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when videos like this come out.